Live from the Rant Radio Network, you're listening to Real Estate Rant with your host, Alex Alanis,
And your co-host, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
no problems, just solutions for real estate needs, hot topics, and controversial chat. And we are back here at the Real Estate Rant, here at the towers of the Rant Radio Network.
Welcome to another episode of the most exciting show you'll ever hear. Informative, at least, right, Alex?
That's right. What do we like to say, Alonso? We have no broadcasting experience, but we know a few things about real estate.
Just a few.
Right on. I'm your host, Mr. Alex Alanis, and to my left here, my broker, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
And not so talented co-host.
In studio today, we have Mr. Jeffrey Pinzon, Regional Manager from ADT, Authorized Dealer of Security Systems. We have a good show in store for you today. Jeffrey's going to share with us some information about home security and how you can protect yourself against potential threats and other safety features, right? And I think most real estate agents should know about that. Real Estate Rant, just a quick shout out for Mr. Michael Aguilar and Associates. Real Estate Rant is a proud supporter of stroke awareness. You can log on to www.strokeawareness101.com, or you can email Mike at michaelpaguilar@hotmail.com. And you'll hear the station running a public service announcement for them. Did you, Mr. Pantalones, were you able to get the design deal this morning or this afternoon?
Before we do that, Alex, I also promised Cece I would give her a shout out for the Downey Board of Realtors.
Oh, right on.
So, Cece, if you're listening, a shout out. And I did send you the flowers, so I hope you like them.
Oh, look at that. Wow. Hey, listen, Cece, she's over at right there on Paramount Boulevard.
Yeah, Downey Board of Realtors.
And what does she do? She works at the front desk?
I believe so. Right? I know she does some training. But she's really helpful. All her staff is very, very helpful. Anytime I need anything there, they're there to help. So I just wanted to give a special shout out to her and all her staff.
And that's the Downey Board of Realtors.
That's right.
Nice. Well, I've been to some of their seminars. They have some good speakers there. Here during the show, we do the design deal. You have the opportunity to win a $25 gift card to Stevens Steakhouse, located in the City of Commerce, compliments of Carlos Cruz and the Downey City of Commerce. Or you can win a $200 teeth whitening from Gardens Dental at 7218 Garfield Avenue in the City of Bug Gardens. And if you happen to call in at 855-693-4897, you can win one of those gift cards. If you happen to guess, and this is a multiple choice question, if you happen to guess what this particular house is, it's either a shotgun house, a Queenslander, or a wimpy house. And those are all real homes, by the way. And I know that last week we talked about some of these multiple choice answers, yeah, are wrong. But no, actually, they're not fake. They're all real homes. So it is one of those, the answer of one of those. If you call in 855-693-4897, you can win one of those gift cards, $25 gift card to Stevens Steakhouse or $200 gift card to Gardens Dental. And I don't know, maybe ADT will throw something in there.
Absolutely.
Right on. So anyway, concerning the design deal, we got that out of the way. Every week you can email us at realestaterantradio@gmail.com. If you happen to have a question, some people are too shy to call in sometimes. So you can email us your question, and Alonso usually takes care of those. What questions did we get this week, Mr.
This week's question comes from Marcos out of West Covina, and it says, what is the difference between a 203B loan and a 203K loan?
Why are we using the numbers on these? That's just the way you asked?
What is the difference between a 203B loan and a 203K loan? 203B is just it's just a regular traditional 203K financing. 203 financing, that B is, I guess, the correct terminology for it.
Well, because 203B actually refers to FHA. It's FHA insured financing. That's your typical FHA loan that's applied for. 203K is a rehabilitation loan. The loan includes usually up to $30,000 of financing that is put into an escrow account, and usually that money is dispersed to the contractor once the work is done.
There is some special criteria about it regarding the 203K financing. The home must be at least a year old. And then also the cost of rehabilitation must be at least $5,000 total property value, including the cost of repairs. And they must fall in with the FHA limit.
So that's the minimum, $5,000.
Exactly. And then also there's some especially it goes all back to the regular 203 eligibility requirements. So that on top of that, and it's I mean you could talk to one of your I mean there has to be some structural guidelines also regarding the construction, and I know the money is dispersed in increments to a qualified contractor on a 203K.
Yeah, it has to be a building contractor.
And then some of the features of the 203 financing, and it's a regular 3.5% down payment, eligibility requirements, and then it's the borrower can finance approximately 96.5% of their loan amount.
Yeah, which is 3.5% down, right?
And then there are some certain limits that FHA has that where they were lent out, and it's something new that I didn't know myself on the limits of the 203K financing.
You're talking about
it's
the loan
loan
limits?
amount, because there's a certain limit, and I thought it was just a regular fixed amount, but it varies in the county in each county.
Oh, really? Okay.
So there is you can log on to a website of HUD Homes, and then all the different loan amounts up to the value that they go up to is on that website.
I think it's HUD.gov, HUD.gov.
That is correct,
Is
Alex.
is that right? Okay.
And just to give you some example, like in Lake County, it's the maximum amount on a single family home is 271,000 approximate. On a duplex, they're gonna go up to 347,000. On a triplex, 419. And if we go up to
is that in California? Oh, it's California.
yeah, that's
counties.
California, but I
Where's
just
Lake
wanted
County? Do you know where Lake County is?
have no idea, but
Have you heard of Lake County? I haven't heard of Lake
No,
County.
I haven't.
That's weird.
No.
Huh?
I wanted to compare it to the LA limits, because the LA limits are a little bit more higher. On a single family home in Los Angeles, Long Beach, and Anaheim, you can go up to 625.
That's Orange County, right? LA County's up there.
625
So
on a single family. On a duplex, 800,000.
Wow, that's
On
gone
a
up a lot.
triplex, 967,000. On fourplex, us to 1.2 million. So
Yeah, that's almost double what I remember.
yeah,
it used to be.
so those are depending on the county you live in. So the limits, and you can talk to your lender, and they could give you more information regarding that.
Now, in terms of the 203K, was there loan limits on that? I mean, well, it's just additional to that, or it's minus. So let's say the single family property, you can borrow up to 500, but does that mean you can borrow an additional?
No, I believe
5,000?
that is the limit for the maximum amount allowed,
Got it.
whether it's a 203K or a 203 financing.
Okay, well, we're not lenders, so on those types of loans, to the listener, you might want to contact a lender. If you like, you can contact us, and we can refer you somebody. But in terms of those particular loans, like I said, we don't do loans in our office. We concentrate on the real estate. We concentrate on the real estate stuff, right? So in terms of that question, I hope we answered it. It's kind of a general question in terms of the 203B, 203 key. Did I just say that?
K.
Right? 203 key. Hey, I like that. So anyway, was there any other questions that we had?
Those were the two questions that I punched out today. There were several other ones, but those
there
were
separate questions.
Yeah, well, they wanted to know the difference, and basically the difference is the 203K is a traditional 203 FHA financing, the 3.5%, and the 203K is it's a construction loan. It's a rehabilitation program that they have.
Yeah, the rehabilitation. Were they actually now? You talked about getting a minimum of 5,000, but what's the maximum? Do you know what the maximum is?
While the maximum amount is up to the amount of what we were just talking about.
Okay, well, those are the loan limits, but I'm talking about if I go out and I get a 203K with a lender, it used to be, because I did one years ago with the client. They got 30,000 out of it, right? So that's obviously over the $5,000 minimum. But I'm wondering now, looking at the new loan limits, if the amount has gone up. Did you see any literature on that?
I didn't see any literature regarding
so
that.
talk to your lender.
Talk to
right?
your lender. The best bet is talk to your lender. These are just the general advice that we give out. By no means we are how can you say it, lenders.
we are not lenders, but we do need this information, and we'd like to get it out there. Give us a call 855-693-4897. We did have a show that you can log on to on YouTube with Orlando Castillo. He is a lender that you can contact concerning 203B or 203K FHA programs. I know that there are other programs that are similar to that, conventional in terms of rehabilitation. But in terms of the question, like I said, we don't do loans, but try to at least answer that question, right?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. Give us a call, 855-693-4897. Or you can email us at realestaterantradio@gmail.com. Exactly. I wanted to introduce Mr. Jeffrey Pinzon. He's with the ADT authorized dealer of ADT Security. He's a regional manager, and he's here representing that company. And like I always say on the show, we're here to ensure their public trust. We like to talk about the things that they do with their companies, not necessarily the companies they work for, although we will mention the company that Jeffrey works with, and gladly do that for him and his company, for giving us the information that we're about to ask you, right, in terms of home security, which I had the opportunity the other day to talk with you in depth about getting a home security system, and very interesting concepts how you guys have think about it. But let me start with this, Jeffrey. What is it that got you interested in in home security?
Home security. When I started, I started going door to door. I was looking for a job, and my sister knew one of the owners from the authorized dealer. So I'm like, oh, let's give it a try.
Oh, it's this the
Yeah.
sister story.
Yeah, so I started. It was a weekend. I went out with him. He showed me the ropes, and I saw how he was able to help out two families that same day. So that motivated me, and I'm like, okay, I want to do this. So I started learning more about the product, more about the company, and 4 years later now, I'm blessed to have my own office in the beautiful city of Downey.
Oh, so just in 4 years, you're able to run your own business now?
Absolutely,
Oh,
yes,
nice.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Took a lot of work.
So it wasn't necessarily the money that drawed you to the industry. It was more. Oh,
We're
okay.
coming up on a break. Don't touch that mouse. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more real estate rant.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Real Estate Rant and AGR Realtors are proud supporters of Michael Aguilar and Associates, advocates for stroke awareness and integrative healthcare.
In February 2012, I suffered a stroke due to high blood pressure. I was rushed to the hospital where I was admitted for the next 30 days. I was initially told I may have to stay in the hospital for about 3 months, but I made rapid improvements in my recuperation and continued to improve to this day.
When Michael left the hospital, he did not have insurance to cover his rehabilitation, so he focused on integrative healthcare to get better. At the end of 2013, seeing a need for stroke awareness, Michael started his own company, Michael Aguilar and Associates, to focus on creating awareness about the dangers of high blood pressure and stroke.
If you would like more information, please call me at 562-464-7297, or you can visit my website at www.strokeawareness101.com.
Michael Aguilar and Associates, creating awareness and saving lives one person at a time.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home, at AGR and Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AGR and Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español. Live from the Rant Radio Network,
You're listening to Real Estate Rant with your host, Alex Alanis.
and your co-host, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
No problems, just solutions for real estate needs, hot topics, and controversial chat. Are we in back? Second segment, Real Estate Rant here on the Rant Radio Network. I'm your host, Mr. Alex Alanis, and to my left, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez. In house today, we have Mr. Jeffrey Pinzon from ADT. He is an authorized dealer for home security, regional manager, and business owner. He will be sharing with us today information about home security and what they do. Let's throw up the design deal again, if you will, Mr. Pantalones. You have the opportunity to win a $25 gift card to Steven's Steakhouse or a $200 teeth whitening if you happen to get this particular home design. Give us a call, 855-693-4897, and we're making it easy for you. Just give us a multiple choice. So
Kind
anyway.
of see they left out the Popeye house there, huh? You got
Is that
Wimpy,
what
but
it
not
looks
Popeye.
like? The Popeye?
No,
house?
it says
Oh,
Wimpy. Yeah, Wimpy house.
You know, it's just something that would happen to be there. You know, it's a Wimpy house. There's such a thing.
Your tone, boy. You hear me?
Exactly. Anyway, in house today, Mr. Jeffrey Pinzon. In the last segment, we spoke a little bit about how you got introduced into the security world, if you will. You know, so it wasn't the money that drew you to the industry. It was more the industry itself. But you know, I've always been curious about something. How do you guys get paid doing home security?
We get paid commission.
Are you picking? Okay, right on. Commissions. Okay. So
Yes.
Okay, right on. So I wasn't sure. So in other words, the company, when you set up an account, if you will, with the homeowner, they cut you a check
Yeah,
for. Okay, right on.
pretty
So-
much for helping out the client
Yeah,
get started with ADT.
Per contract. I believe it's per contract,
Per
right?
contract, correct.
Jeffrey?
Correct.
Yeah, because the couple times that I did it, like the system was free. There was no upfront cost, and I'm thinking, how do these guys make any
Well,
money?
that's the thing that I know a little bit of the alarm business.
Right on,
And
okay.
I know that the only thing you got to be careful is on the chargebacks because you're putting these people on with the free system for 1 or 2 years, and they have to obligate for the monitoring of that for the time frame that they have the
So the contract.
contract. In case they don't, if they don't pay, then you get a chargeback, and that chargeback, then you're liable to pay that back. So
Okay.
it's like they're paying you upfront commissions for the years that they have the service.
So they're kind of fronting you the commissions, but in the long run, they get paid back to the monitoring. I was
Right,
just
that's
curious about
correct.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting ahead of myself a little bit, but let me ask you, you now getting into the security business, is there any training involved that goes along with that?
Absolutely. We have training at our office. We're training every day. And we also have a professional coach going out to our office to mentor our people. So, like that. And we teach about ADT, about our product, how it works, what's the benefits of having a security system, and pretty much how to present the product to the consumers.
And mind you that being in that industry, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeffrey, but you got like a few minutes to give out the information to your client because when they open that door, then your pitch better be on point, get the message across, or else you're gonna get a door slammed, and that's one of the
They're gonna turn
hardest. That's one of the hardest part that I found out about the industry when I
cold.
when I was doing that industry, like I mentioned to Jeffrey, and that's I mean, on your training seminars in the office where I was at before, I mean, every day right before you go out, you know, you were pitching to each other, you know.
So
You had competitions on just pitching.
it's
I
somewhat.
don't know if that
somewhat-
goes on in your office, Jeffrey, but
It does, but now we've gone to the extent of really learning about the product and not just doing the presentation at the door. Now we sit down with the customers and we really show them all the levels of protection that our company offers, and so they could see the big picture. Because back in the days, it was just door knock, get the sale at the door. Now we're going the extra mile, helping out the customers, really showing them that this is something that is going to benefit their household and is going to provide them that peace of mind.
Well, as I mentioned before, though, in our previous interview, you know, we kind of based the show on ensuring the public trust, right? So understandably, we all have that salesperson experience, if you will. We have that salesperson's training, but the training that I'm talking about, it has more to do with the system, more to do with some of the things we talked about them.
Yes.
health and safety, about the protection, the real protection that goes on with this, because the system isn't for nothing. You know
Right.
what I mean? The system is for something. And so you guys go through some extensive training on that end.
Yes, yes, we do. We teach them on what the system is connected to the police, the paramedics, the fire department, how is able to, in an event of a fire, prevent your house from getting caught on fire completely. In an event that there's a medical emergency, instead of you contacting 911, giving them the information, your address, everything that's going on, so they could go ahead and send the paramedics. ADT does everything for you, so like that you could go attend whoever's injured and not waste that time.
Right on.
Oh, one of the cons that I found out about that, Jeffrey, is that sometimes when you're calling the monitoring system doesn't get back to you right away. Sometimes it takes them up to 30 to 45 minutes. In that case, what is I've personally myself had a how can I say, people rebutted me about when I was trying to sell an alarm regarding that case, where, the respondent isn't as accurate as they try to sell it. And what would you say in your case, what's better of your monitoring system than other alarm companies?
Absolutely. Well, ADT, it varies with different companies. ADT is the number one company in alarms. We've been in business for over 130 plus years. We have over 7 million clients in the United States. So when ADT, when the alarm sounds off, ADT, at the monitoring station, whoever's monitoring your house at that moment, they're getting the signal right away. And what they do is they contact you, and simultaneously they're contacting the police right away. So it's just it's a matter of minutes that they're contacting you and the police right away.
And then another of the negative feedbacks that I would get was, well, if the police is dispatched, do some cities charge for them dispatching the police to your home?
Yeah, they do. It depends on cities, and some cities are required to have an alarm permit. And what that does is that in an event that there is a false alarm, they won't find you. But with today's technology, our security systems are so advanced, and they're more effective than ever. So it decreases the false alarms in an event that there is one.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the system, because I was pretty impressed with the system when you brought it out.
Right.
A lot of it's wireless now.
Yes, yes. Everything's
Back
wireless.
in the day, they used to come and they have to drill holes in the walls and do all kinds of weird stuff.
Yes, you will have wires all over the walls.
Yeah, and recently, with the commercial one that we got, there's the wireless motion sensors,
Right.
and then the wireless keypad,
Right.
and then now the nice thing that I'm finding now, and we talked a little bit about this, was the mobile application.
Right.
So I can disarm and arm the systems directly from my phone.
Yes, yes. With
Right.
today's technology, you're able to arm and disarm your alarm directly through your mobile device or through a computer. You don't even necessarily have to be at site to arm it or disarm it. And you could go to an extent that, for example, I don't know if you guys have children. Let's just say that they're getting home from school, and you want to be alert at what time they open the door. It could go to the extent that I will send you a text alert or an email directly to your phone that your kids are there, or in an event that they don't get home at the time that they usually get there, they're sending you an email as well. So today's technology, you're able to even go to the extent that have a camera, indoor or outdoor, that you're able to view everything that's going inside your house at any time. You could be anywhere in the country, and you just log into your application, and you're able to view everything that's going inside of the house. And
That's with cameras, you're saying?
yes, yes, yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And it's connected directly through the post systems, through the interactive system, so you're able to view it in your application at any time.
So give us a little breakdown, Jeffrey, about why homeowners would need your services.
We provide that peace of mind, even when they're there and even when they're not there. And like I said, in an event that there's mainly four objectives why we help our customers. Number one is we provide them with the yard signs and the decals, so like that. Let's just say the burglars driving around.
Deterrent.
Yeah,
Deterrence.
deterrence, absolutely.
So you put the sign up, right? I
Yeah.
ain't going to that house.
Hey, I know. I know. At my house, I got one. I don't got the system. But I got the sign up there.
Oh,
You'd
he
be
didn't say- he
surprised.
didn't
A
say
lot
that.
of people.
A burglar's gonna think twice. A burglar's gonna think twice about
Yeah.
going in there.
Yeah.
It has that sign up there, and it's gonna, they're gonna, like I said, it's gonna think twice, and that's the number one defense, deterrent.
Yes, yes.
It's
and
like it's like putting a bucket of free beers on the front lawn, right?
Yeah, and the second reason, the second objective is to minimize loss. Let's just say that the burglar, he's like, forget that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna avoid that sign and go inside the house. At that point, the alarm is gonna sound off. What do you think they're gonna do? they're gonna grab whatever's at sight and take off because they know that the proper authorities they're gonna come.
You're gonna have a loud, annoying beep going on.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, maybe not necessarily the proper authorities, but you're going to have possibly neighbors or other individuals.
Absolutely.
They're going to turn and look,
Yes.
right, as to what's going on. It brings attention to
They're gonna
what's
draw a
going
lot
on.
of attention.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So now, well, you mentioned something that we talked about a little bit, the objectives, right? And I think you just covered two of them.
Yes.
But there's four
Yes,
objectives.
the third one is basically one of the most important ones. Is avoid confrontation. You wouldn't want, like for example, you guys are traveling, your kids and your wife are home alone. You don't want them to wake up in the middle of the night and they see a total stranger in their house. So that's key for me. And I think it's really important for family people. You wouldn't want your family to go through that situation. So we avoid confrontation. And the fourth one is that you're gonna be connected with the fire department in an event that there's a fire. We have smoke detectors that we connect to the security system. That ADT will get the signal and they'll contact the fire department.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Any comments on that, Mr. Alonso?
No,
Can I keep you awake?
No, I'm just I'm getting a how can I say a flashback. I'm kind of reminiscing when I was showing these pictures.
I could feel it coming from the side of the room. That's why I said that.
I'm gonna have to come.
Well,
You're gonna have to come to our office.
Please share with us.
No, I was telling Jeffrey that before I got back into real estate, I was helping a buddy of mine with his office, and we were recruiting salespersons to do security alarm sales. And it's all about the pitch, that you really want them to be knowledgeable about the systems first of all, and how to answer rebuttals, because you'll have those people that are gonna give you all the scenarios why not to buy an alarm system. They're not effective. A burglar already knows it doesn't protect you against a snatch and grab burglary. They're annoying. The neighbors are just they ignore them now because it goes off all the time.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares about them. So you hear all those rebuttals, and you gotta be sharp and really convince the client of the benefits of why having a security alarm system is beneficial for you and your family. Stay tuned. Don't let me rant all this. We'll be right back.
Let's pay those bills.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more real estate rant.
Add some crazy flavor to your vape pen. You're looking for something new and exciting in liquid vapor? Go to Crazy Cloud's e-juice. Find them at burstoflavor.com and try any of the new 12 flavors they have available: blueberry, mint, raspberry, chocolate, gummy bear, hemp, watermelon, cola, orange, pina colada, coconut, or red bully. Call us today at 855-WE-BURST or visit us at burstoflavor.com and order yours today.
The Share Foundation is the health division of the Coy Chiropractic Institute, a 501c3 509A2 public nonprofit organization dedicated to the growth and development of the natural healthcare services, in particular through the chiropractic profession, offering health services at the Share clinics in the greater Los Angeles area. Your donations can help in expanding these facilities across the nation, research programs, and public education, thus offering a solution to the many of the health challenges we face. Your donations are tax deductible and can be sent through our website at www.sharefoundation.com. That's www.cherfoundation.com by clicking on the donation button. Thank you.
Real Estate Rant and AGR Realtors are proud supporters of Michael Aguilar and Associates, advocates for stroke awareness and integrative healthcare.
In February 2012, I suffered a stroke due to high blood pressure. I was rushed to the hospital where I was admitted for the next 30 days. I was initially told I may have to stay in the hospital for about 3 months, but I made rapid improvements in my recuperation and continued to improve to this day.
When Michael left the hospital, he did not have insurance to cover his rehabilitation, so he focused on integrative healthcare to get better. At the end of 2013, seeing a need for stroke awareness, Michael started his own company, Michael Aguilar and Associates. to focus on creating awareness about the dangers of high blood pressure and stroke.
If you would like more information, please call me at 562-464-7297, or you can visit my website at www.strokeawareness101.com.
Michael Aguilar and Associates, creating awareness and saving lives one person at a time.
What's up, guys? Sports Guru
and Bud Knocker
from the Sportscast, Wednesdays, 12 to 2 Pacific on Rant Radio Network.
We got everything you need to know about sports. We got all the latest video highlights. We got You Got Knocked the Fuck Out. We got Bonehead of the Week. We're talking sports, drinking beer, and having a good time.
If you missed the show, go to rantradionetwork.com and listen on demand. So check us out every Wednesday, 12 to 2 on Rant Radio Network.
Live from the Rant Radio Network,
You're listening to Real Estate Rant with your host, Alex Alanis.
and your co-host, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
No problems, just solutions for real estate needs, hot topics, and controversial chat. All right, and we are back here at the Real Estate Rant. I'm your host, Mr. Alex Alanis, and to my left here, my broker, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
And talented co-host, may I add?
That was easy.
Give us a call, 855-693-4897, or you can email us at realestaterantradio@gmail.com. Now, we won't get to your emails today, but we will get to them at subsequent shows. Mr. Alonso does all that research.
I kind of thought of a new one, Alex.
What is that?
Instead of not so talented, a man of many talents.
Yeah, see?
There we go.
Well,
More,
I mean-
more positive, right?
I mean, how can you say you have no talent? You're on the radio, man. You know? That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, give us a call, 855-693-4897. In-house today, we have Mr. Jeffrey Pinzon, ADT authorized dealer and regional manager, business owner for ADT Home Security. He is sharing with us today what he does for a living, and fairly interesting information in terms of, we talked a little bit about the salesmanship part of doing what we do. We kind of do some of the same things as realtors. A lot of the training that goes on, it has to do with being a positive influence to your clients, being a positive influence, just all around positive influence to try and, I don't know, gain a client, if you will, gain their trust. And that's a big part of what we do. And you talked a little bit about that in terms of your training, but what I kind of wanted to cover more is the importance of what it is that you do. Even though we have that what I call the rah-rah of it all, there's still it's a necessary thing that I think we need in society, and us as realtors would like to get our clients to understand that home security is important. Right?
Well, especially nowadays, Alex, that our economic situation with a lot of people being out of jobs, what are they turn next to is to take from those that have, right? Like the Robin Hood story.
Pretty
so you
much.
always want to be protected, and protect your assets that you already have and try to, keep them at safe is one of the big features of having an alarm system.
Yeah, so we can put up security doors, we can put bars on our windows, we can gate our perimeter of our lot. We can use deadbolts and locks and that kind of thing, but a lot of that stuff is easily broken into, so to speak. So even then, you would need, say, a secondary, and I don't know, is that how you look at it, Jeffrey? The security system becomes almost a secondary thing because we all lock our doors.
Not only does it prevent them breaking into your house, but you're also connected with the paramedics and the fire department. So that's a really key. This is pretty much a 3-in-1 package that you're gonna be connected with the police, the paramedics, and the fire department in an event that anything happens in your house. So that's really important because you're not just being protected in case of a burglary.
Let me ask you one thing, Jeffrey. On your alarm system, is there like a panic button where the client can push?
Absolutely. Today's we even give you a remote control that you're able to arm and disarm the alarm without you actually going to the keypad, punching in the code. Really easy, just on and off. And it also gives you a panic button that's connected with the paramedics in an event that something does happen. I don't know if you guys ever seen the commercials of Life Alert, elderly people that they have like a panic button.
That's exactly where I was going at.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
So it's beneficial if you have elderly people living in your home, and sometimes we tend to go out and work, and we're always worried at work of whether they're okay. And
Absolutely.
having that system, that was my concern, and
Yes.
the question arise because of that. And I was thinking, well, I've seen that commercial, I've fallen and I can't get up, and they press that button,
Yes.
that life alert button.
The only difference is that life alert, they're only connected with the paramedics,
Yeah.
and they're not connected with the police or the fire department. With us, is a 3-in-1 package.
So I guess that's another
That's a
another
plus.
good thing,
Yes,
another
absolutely.
plus of why having an alarm system.
So we've kind of segmented a little bit about what's included. I mean, what else is included in the systems?
Well, we provide in our company, we provide you with we protect all the doors, all the windows. Normally, when you see these commercials, free installation, free equipment, they only give you the basic, which is just two doors, a motion detector, and the remote control. Any additional equipment, that's when the sales representative, they go and they upsell you on everything. So pretty much what we're doing in our office, we're cutting the middleman and giving that discount to the client, so like that they go protect their house fully, not have a part-time security, but having a full-time security. Like that, we protect all the windows, all the doors. We protect them with smoke detectors, carbon monoxide,
Motion sensors.
motion sensors, and the remote control as well.
Oh, well, you just mentioned carbon monoxide. So you're saying that the system is hooked up to those detectors
Yes,
as well?
yes, absolutely. If we installed a carbon monoxide or a smoke detector to the security system, in an event that something happens, ADT is gonna be there for you.
I see a lot of commercials, Jeffrey, where it says as cheap as $1 a day. When they're selling that $1 a day system, they don't include all the features that you're talking about. I believe that's a little bit more expensive.
Yes, basic monitoring, it is about $1 a day. You're looking about, with taxes and warranty, $35.99 a month, and it could go to as high as $60. It's just depending on which one best fits your household, but most importantly, the homeowner's budgetary needs.
Okay.
Right on. So now you talked about the different features. Did we cover the 4 objectives?
Yes, we did.
Okay. I'm looking at wireless now. Wireless, I'll be honest with you. My computer, when wireless first came out, I really didn't trust it that much. I was having problems, with the signal, or it was taking a long time to download certain stuff. How would you rate wireless, the wireless system, to just a wired system?
Well, today almost all security systems they swap to wireless, and the reason why is for new homeowners is easier to get installed. You're not gonna have wires running through your walls or anything like that. And let's just say that you sell the house and you want to move somewhere else, we could easily send a technician out to your house and remove the equipment and transfer it to the other location.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay. So
absolutely.
I have some tenants actually that have asked me that question, and I never knew the answer because I always thought that the security companies wanted to keep the system there at the house so they could potentially sell monitoring now to the new occupant, and then that person would get new monitoring wherever they're going because they're under contract, right?
Right. Pretty much what we do is we transfer the security system to the other side, and the new tenants, they get a brand new security system.
That kind of brings a question though, because I know that you screwed the panels now into the walls. I mean, are you
Yes.
creating damage to the building?
No, we're not. We're also able to provide you with a desk mount. If you don't want to have it in your wall, we provide you with a desk mount, and you could have it at a table.
And then I've seen some system where it's just a bracket where you can take it off the bracket, like kind of like the old phones.
Oh,
It's just a kind of like
Yeah,
on the.
that's the desk mount. Exactly, that's the desk mount.
okay. Alonso, you work for a fairly large outfit. Do you guys have a security system where you're at?
Oh, absolutely. There is a security system on an individual complex, and it's to the tenant's discretion whether they want to activate their own. How can I say, their own system for their own unit, for their own apartment
Well,
unit?
they have individual contracts with
Yes,
the
they do.
monitoring companies.
Yes, they do.
Okay. Um, so wired is kind of out of the picture.
Yes.
Wireless.
I wouldn't say it's out of the picture. It's more because I'm old school. I would prefer a wired system, but like I said, it's a little bit harder to install. So if you're doing a remodel or if it's a new construction, then definitely yes, I would want to require a wireless system just because having that peace of mind that the battery's gonna run out or something's gonna go wrong with the wireless system.
Well, that's my concern. But wouldn't it be just easy just to snip the?
Well, it is, Alex, but the burglar needs to know where exactly your panel is. And,
But you gotta understand, burglars these days they're smart, so they know what they're dealing, they know what they're getting into. So the wireless system pretty much, if the battery is running low, you get the keypad itself will let you know. You know what, the battery is running low. We send a technician out to your house and we replace it at no cost to you.
Now, when you say battery, you're talking about the motion sensor battery? Does it
Every
that has a
motion
battery?
sensor, the door contacts, they all have battery, and normally those batteries range from 3 to 5 years. They'll last up to 5 years, and I'll let you know when it's running low.
Nice.
So like that, when you're about to arm it, or in the keypad, it'll let you know. Like for example, front door low battery, so it'll alert you. So like that, you could be aware of.
So then what do? You call the
You call
company
yeah,
up
you
and
call the
guys.
company up. We send a technician. Normally, our turnaround is within 48 hours. That we'll send somebody out to the site right away.
Nice, nice. Any other questions, Mr. Alonso?
And just like I'm assuming, just like any other monitoring systems, the monitoring systems are out of state they're
Yeah.
not usually in California.
The great thing about ADT is that ADT has 6 monitoring stations in the United States and 2 in Canada. So, for example, what separates us with other alarm companies, normally other alarm companies only have 1 monitoring stations or 2 in the United States. So, for example, if there's a blackout in that building for X reasons they can't get to your call, who's going to monitor your house at that point? If they're breaking into your house, nobody's going to alert the proper authorities. With us, if something happens in one monitoring station, and there's a blackout, automatically the calls get routed to the other monitoring station. So you're always gonna have somebody there to assist you.
Yeah, so you have some backup. I think it's called redundancy.
Yes,
Remember?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
right on. So, okay, so what impressed me a little bit about just having the monitoring was having the additional features in terms of being connected to the police department, obviously, but then you have medical
Medical.
response,
Mhm.
and then you have fire response.
Right.
Do you know if the insurance companies give you like a discount if you have a monitoring system like that?
Yes, most insurance companies give you a sizable discount is by having a security system installed at your home. It's just
Yeah.
depending on the insurance.
So
It varies from 10 to 20% on.
We can you would as the homeowner would call your own insurance company up, let them know that you have the monitoring, and then talk with your insurance agent about that because
Absolutely.
we don't know what insurance company does that,
Right.
right?
We go to the extent that we call for you. We'll contact you,
Oh,
whoever's your
nice.
insurance broker. We'll contact them. We'll send a certificate. You usually get a certificate once the system is installed. So like that, they go have proof that you have the security system. So we'll go to the extent of contacting the insurance broker and giving them all the information. Like that, you don't even have to deal with it.
Wow. Okay. So there's a potential savings involved in getting
Absolutely.
the security system put in.
And
Um,
one of the questions that was brought up is I heard from a lady that said that she had ADT and they charged her. She couldn't get out of contract and they weren't able to transfer her system to another. And there's a cancellation fee about $600. Is that correct?
It's about 75% of the remainder balance. Yeah.
yeah, we'll cover that on the next segment.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more real estate rant.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra modern, ultra clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
Real Estate Rant and AGR Realtors are proud supporters of Michael Aguilar and Associates, advocates for stroke awareness and integrative healthcare.
In February 2012, I suffered a stroke due to high blood pressure. I was rushed to the hospital where I was admitted for the next 30 days. I was initially told I may have to stay in the hospital for about 3 months, but I made rapid improvements in my recuperation and continue to improve to this day.
When Michael left the hospital, he did not have insurance to cover his rehabilitation, so he focused on integrative healthcare to get better. At the end of 2013, seeing a need for stroke awareness, Michael started his own company, Michael Aguilar and Associates, to focus on creating awareness about the dangers of high blood pressure and stroke.
If you would like more information, please call me at 562-464-7297, or you can visit my website at www.strokeawareness101.com.
Michael Aguilar and Associates, creating awareness and saving lives one person at a time.
What's wrong?
I can't stop craving a cigarette. I just quit. Hey, what are you smoking on?
Oh, this? Best e-juice on the planet. Burst of flavor, of course.
What's that?
Only the best alternative to smoking with a great flavor. It has a burst of flavor in every puff.
Well, does it have nicotine?
It comes in different levels, including 0. They have 20 flavors and more coming. All the products are made in the U.S. Check them out at www.burstoflavor.com or call them at 855-WE-BURST.
Hey, let's burst together.
It's not just flavor, it's an experience. Cigarettes, you've met your match.
Looking for some swag? Make sure to check out monsterclothing.com. They got everything from V-necks, t-shirts, hoodies, baby dolls. And remember, custom orders are always welcome and much more. They're just not on the site yet. www.monsterclothingco.com or call them at 888-49-MONSTER. 888-49-MONSTER. Hablamos español. Doo-doo-doo!
Live from the Rant Radio Network,
you're listening to Real Estate Rant with your host, Alex Alanis,
and your co-host, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
No problems, just solutions for real estate needs, hot topics, and controversial chat. We're back here at the Real Estate Rant, here at the towers of the Rant Radio Network. Last segment, I'm your host, Mr. Alex Alanis, and to my left here, my broker, Mr.
A man of many talents.
A man of many talents, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez. In-house today, we have Mr. Jeffrey Pinzon with ADT Security, and he is an authorized dealer. You can reach Jeffrey at 323-517-8180, or you can email him at adt@securitybyjeff.com. That's adt@security. Secured by Jeff.
Yes.
It's SECUREDBYJEFF.com.
Yes.
Securedbyjeff.com. My apologies. If you happen to be watching, it's also up on the screen here. You can reach Jeff there at that phone number. If you'd like to give us a call at 855-693-4897, you still have an opportunity to win a $25 gift card and a $200 teeth whitening if you happen to get the design deal of the day. Or you can call in and just ask us a question. Ask myself, Mr. Alonso, or Mr. Jeffrey a question, and you can also win one of those gift cards. We talked a little bit about, in the last segment, about what the system protects. We talked about the 4 objectives, about the wireless thing. Now, what really interested me really was the mobile application that you guys had. Tell us a little bit about the mobile app.
Well, today's home security systems are really advanced and they're more effective than ever. And now you're able to arm and disarm the alarm directly through your mobile device. You're able, let's just say that, for example, realtors, whenever they're having an open house, they go arm and disarm the alarm without giving the access code to someone else. So you're able, let's just say you're at your office and they call you, oh, I'm here at the site, I'm here to show the house. You're able to disarm it from your office. You don't even have to drive to the site and disarm it yourself if you don't want to give them the password.
And it's all done through the phone, right?
Yes, you basically download an application on your Android phone or on your iPhone.
And I thought that was kind of neat. I was at a friend's house of mine a couple of days ago, and he was at the Staples Center, and I was at his front door, and he unlocked it from from where he was from his phone.
Really?
Yeah, he unlocked it from his phone, and I was like, all right, it's unlocked now. And I go, wow, I thought that was kind of neat. He goes, yeah, I unlocked it through the phone.
Yeah. Well, do you ever seen that commercial? There's a guy and he's asking his son, hey, did you guys lock up the house? And then he goes, yeah, I locked it up. So he checked on his phone, and then you see the water was running, the lights were on, the doors were unlocked. And he goes, yeah, sure you did, right? So he's locking it up and turning the water off and everything. But the security systems that you guys saw, that you don't do that, right? It's not like a home.
We have home automation that you're able to turn on, turn off a light, and you're able to lock your doors, and as well you're able to view a camera directly through your mobile device.
What
It
about
depends
turning
how
off water?
That no, not yet.
it depends how fancy you want to get
Yeah,
and how
yeah.
much you want to spend on your
Depends
alarm
how
system.
much your budget is.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was a funny commercial, but you, in other words, you do have some other features that are
Yes.
available.
Yes.
In terms of what you guys do, right? Something interesting. We talked a little bit earlier about the carbon monoxide detectors, but how are they different than the ones you buy in the store?
The difference is that they're gonna be connected with the security system. The ones that you buy at the stores, Home Depot, those are just gonna sound off, and if
And
something
alert you
happens,
to
yeah,
wake you up
it's
to
gonna
get the
alert
heck
you.
out.
If you're not there, it's just gonna alert who, just the
It's
house.
just gonna burn the house.
But with this, with the ones that we have, is connected to the monitoring station. So as soon as it detects it, ADT monitoring station gets the signal and they contact you, so you could be aware of what's happening in your house.
So let me ask you a question, Jeffrey. There's nobody dispatched until they get a hold of a homeowner, or do they automatically dispatch him?
They're contacting you, and at the same time they're contacting the police. So let's just say that you don't answer. At that point, what they do is they're contacting your other emergency contacts, and at the same time they're contacting the police. So
But in order for them to contact a fire department or a police officer, they got to get a hold of somebody first. Is that correct? Or
no,
is that,
no, no.
or do they automatically?
Yeah, automatic. So, if
say I
it,
can
if
fit
it
in-
gets if it gets the smoke detector signal, then they'll contact the fire department. They're contacting you. If you don't answer, then they already went ahead and contact the fire department.
Does
for
that
you.
go? Does that go also for burglaries? If
Yes,
your
yes,
alarm goes
yes,
off and
yes.
they contacted you, no, you couldn't get a hold of you, and
Uh-huh.
they contacted all your numbers there, and nobody was able to get a hold. They will still dispatch.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the first call is they're contacting, for example, your cell phone, and simultaneously they have the police on the other line. So you don't answer, they're letting them know that something's happening at your house, and at the same time they start calling all your emergency contacts, just to verify that it's not a false alarm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, it looks like we probably covered most of what's entailed in getting a home security system. You can call ADT and Mr. Jeffrey here at 323-517-8180 if you happen to have any questions about their security systems. And I personally have one, and I'm happy with it. Every time I come in, it's working. So I do recommend it. The Real Estate Rant gives you the thumbs up, right?
Awesome.
As we
It lets
did
you
that.
know when you go to your office that everything is exactly the way you left it.
Well, exactly. If I walk in, everything's gone, I'm giving you a call, Jeffrey. All right. Real quick, you had some funny stories about some stuff that happened. Maybe we could share that with us. Some of
Well,
those things.
this was not so funny, but it is a sad story, because I had gone and visited.
It's more like a reality check and a wake up call.
Exactly. I had visited a brand new homeowner in the city of Southgate, and I presented the security system. I did the presentation, everything. He wasn't really interested at the moment. I guess I didn't build enough value. This was like early when I started working with ADT. I didn't build enough value to show him what was really important of having a security system. 2 weeks later, the guy calls me that he had gone with his family they went out to have a good time. When he came back, his whole house was empty, and his house, the backyard is an alley. So what the burglar did is they parked the U-Haul and they emptied them out. When I went to help them out, they had 2 beach chairs in the living room, and that's it. That's all they were.
And then he wanted at that
and then
time
they,
an
he
alarm
wanted it
system,
at
huh?
that time. That's when he contacted me, and
Okay, I think I do need the alarm.
Not just a sign anymore, right?
you never
Not just
know.
a sign anymore. He should at least give him the sticker and put it on his windows.
Yeah.
Well, he probably did. You never know. He went through the alley, right?
Yeah, they went through the alley, and another one. Well, I had this last 2 weeks, I was able to help out 2 customers. One saved over $250, and another one over $350. They had another sales representative go to their house, and they pretty much upsold them on everything. We provide them all the discounts. They were super amazed. They were happy, and now I have a customer for life.
Now there's actually a deal that you guys are running right now for homeowners. But Mr. Pantalones, I don't know if you happen to find it up there. I think it's a $300 savings or something like that.
Yes, right now we have an even better deal than that. Pretty much what we're doing for this show. Anybody that calls or anybody that wants information about the security system, we're gonna be able to provide them with all the bells and whistles of the security system at no cost. Nothing out of pocket for installation or equipment. So you're gonna be able to protect your whole house, have a full-time security system.
So now that's a deal that you're offering here for callers from the real estate rant.
Absolutely. So right there, you're gonna be able to save from anywhere from $300 to $700 up front.
Nice, nice. So I don't know, Alonso, what do you think? Are you on board now?
You guys are ready?
I need to get my house back first, Al.
Well, I definitely recommend it. You know, a lot of times when we go into purchasing a property, whether it be typically the buyer, when we go in and we are doing our investigations and what have you, most of the alarm system stuff is antiquated. It's old. You know, it's probably not functioning. The
Right.
monitoring systems, the companies are out of business. So, you know, it's just taking up space there. A lot of the homeowners end up tearing them off or doing stuff like that. But what that means at that point is they no longer have it.
Yes.
Right. So if they're moving into the property, they no longer have this equipment
No.
and they don't have security.
Right.
So now this is their opportunity to contact your company and have you guys come and consult with them as to what how that would benefit them.
Absolutely. I recently started working with a lot of realtors and partnering up with them. And part of what we're doing, we're providing their clients, for example, whenever they sell a house, as an incentive, we're giving all the security system at no cost for the equipment and the installation to their clients. So like that, the clients gets a big savings as soon as they're moving in. Before they even move in, they have a security system in their house already connected with all the with the police, the paramedics, and the fire department. So like that, when they're moving in, they're gonna be coming in and out of the house. They're gonna be leaving the house alone. It could be protected at any time.
So pretty much as an incentive, you can offer your client a free security alarm system. All they gotta pay is a monitoring fee.
Yeah. Or you could go to the extent of you covering the monitoring fee.
Oh,
it's up
see,
to how generous you are.
That could be
that could be hundreds of dollars within the time frame they live there.
Well, if you talk about a potential closing gift, I know we talked about doing Cutco, right?
Absolutely.
For, for a closing gift.
The great thing, I'm sorry. The great thing about it is that the client is gonna remember you for life. In an event that something does happen in their house, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, Alonso, Alex, they were able to provide me with this peace of mind, and thanks to them, nothing major really happened at my house." So they win, you win, because you're gonna have a client for life, and they're gonna be referring you customers for life as well, and we win because we gain your business.
Yeah, and that's what we look for as a real estate agent. We try to have the clients remember who we are. We like to end on a good note.
Absolutely.
Make sure that the client's happy. And sure, you don't want them breaking into the property, you know, or potential problems happening. These types of protections are available with new technology.
Yeah.
And it's fairly inexpensive. It's really not that much. I know we didn't talk about prices or anything like that, but if I may ask, what is a typical monitoring fee?
It starts, like I said, $35.99, and it could go to as high as $60. It's just depending on which one best fits your household.
Well, what changes?
The features. The features, like for example, if you want to arm it, disarm it directly through your mobile device, that starts off at $52.99. If you want a camera, then it could go to as high as $60.
Oh, okay, I see.
If you want to turn on, turn off the lights, everything like that. It's just how creative you want to get with the security system.
So the basic system runs to about
$35, yeah. And that you're connected with the police, the paramedics, and the fire department 24 hours a day.
And how many windows do you guys do? Because I know there's sometimes some alarm companies, they only have certain amount of limit that they can give.
Right,
you know.
right. Like, yeah, well, what I do in my case, I provide the customer with all the bells and whistles. I give them that peace of mind of having a full-time security
So
system.
you're not going to cut them short. Or
Exactly.
I can't do the back door because it's not going to...
Absolutely. So we go the extra mile to make sure that the customer is happy.
Well, we are coming up to the end of the show. Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey,
Hey, thank
for
you
joining us.
having me here.
I'd love to have
It's
you
been
back
a pleasure.
again.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here.
All right. And thank you for tuning in here at the Real Estate Rant, here at the Rant Radio Network.
Don't forget to turn into Indy 104.
Thanks for tuning in to Real Estate Rant Radio. Make sure to join us every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on the Rant Radio Network, where we talk about solutions to your real estate problems.
The views and opinions expressed by the host or any guest on this show are encouraged to be followed up by a professional tax advisor or attorney, as we are not qualified or authorized to give advice in two areas: legal matters and tax matters.